Hello, welcome to our Global Economic Symposium, Deforestation, made by the Greenists. I am Alexia Solorzano. This is,
Alexis Hernandez.
and this is.
Reyes.
Today, Perez was not able to join us due to some technical difficulties, so we will be presenting this for you today. Our cause. For many decades, deforestation has become a worldwide problem. It has come to the point where it is one of the largest land issues. Deforestation is mainly based on the need for a clear piece of area for the people to use, including for resources and the use for grazing. We will focus on certain rainforests where the largest percentage of the trees are, and the place that it has substantial economic impact, the Amazon forest.
Why is it important and its impact? Deforestation in the Amazon has brought to light what economic possibilities it brings, which come in both negative and positive outcomes. Apart from depriving the world of oxygen, deforestation also strips countries of potential renewable revenues and replaces it with less profitable grasslands.
Some countries that have been affected due to deforestation are Brazil, Peru, and Bolivia. Brazil accounts for most of the deforestation due to its size. Cattle ranching accounts for most of the deforestation in the country. Due to the increasing demand of beef cattle ranchers have been destroying parts of the forest for their herd. Peru is the second largest country in South America with high deforestation. It is mainly caused by illegal gold mining. In 2018, this illegal mining reached an all-time high as 70 square miles of forest was destroyed. And Bolivia is another country in South America with large amounts of deforestation. Their main pollen comes from fires, both natural and man-made. Man-made fires are usually done for farmland. These fires have contributed to over 2.35 million acres of forest burned.
Underlying economic factors. The trees are valued by the natural resource timber that it provides, which can be easily logged and cleared. Typically, tropical forests provide a lot of important renewable resources that contribute to the national economic growth. But by clearing off a great number of trees, deforestation leads to a temporary boom due to the space for the plot of lands for farming, the buildings of roads, and the hospitals and schools, which creates another factor of being able to access healthcare and schools easier.
Financial factors. Despite seeing immediate profits the country may get from selling timber, most of the land is used for cattle grazing as a main factor in the Amazon. This then leaves the land abandoned and the soil unfurrowed. Once compared to the average rate of a tree growing back to the pace people cut down trees cannot compare, which lead to a big clearance for years. This affects countries who solely depend on the timber and its tourism of places like the Amazon, which also brings financial loss from both ends, the financial loss of the tourism and the financial reward that could be gained by keeping the trees.
Social factors. There are countries that depend on the tourism of their natural landscape. This includes all South American countries like Brazil that have natural rainforests as a main tourist point. Deforestation removes a percentage of the forest for the economy, but tourism also has a positive impact on the economy. When the percentage of the deforestation increases, the percentage of tourism decreases. It creates a chain where the community and its residents will lose jobs. It then leads to the community living in poverty, and the community will decide to migrate to other places.
Country with progress, Costa Rica. Costa Rica is a country that has made great progress when it comes to deforestation. Since 1997, they have paid $45,163 a hectare, 2.471 acres, to promote the forest conservation, planting, and agroforestry. They obtained the money for this from Hydroelectric Power Company, the World Bank, and 15% surcharge of petrol. They have managed to lower the deforestation rate to a manageable percentage.
Obstacles, Ghana. In 2018, Ghana lost over half of its rainforest due to deforestation, similarly to Peru. Most of this has been due to illegal mining, logging, and cocoa farms, which has caused a large amount of habitat loss. Although there are laws against illegal tree cutting, most culprits get away with it because the protectors of the law do not enforce the law properly. This all leads to Ghana's rainforest to become a conservation priority.
Helpful organizations. As mentioned earlier, the World Bank is one of the organizations that focuses in deforestation and has aided Costa Rica in the conversation for forest conservation. The United Nations is another organization who has worked with many countries and has supported many projects to stop deforestation. One of the projects supported by the UN is called REDD, Reducing Emission from Deforestation and Forest Degradation. This project is the simplest actions of the rich countries pay the poor countries to keep the trees safe.
Policy to address the issue. For there to be a change, government involvement should get serious about preserving and preventing deforestation. A policy that should be put in place is restricting the expansion of land use activities. One of the many nonprofit organizations that help reduce deforestation is Amazon Watch. Amazon Watch campaigns the rights of indigenous people living in the Amazon, as well as keeping the forest untouched. The organization has used its platforms to make informative documentaries that educate the people of the importance of the Amazon.
Has this affected us directly? Here in the United States, we've also experienced large amounts of deforestation. Between the years of 1990 and 2010, a total number of nearly 10 million acres of forest have been destroyed. The number is expected to grow as timber, oil, and mining is a cheap and fast way to make profit. The space is mainly used for farmland. These families would take their children out of school to work on the farms. This sends the family in poverty and leads to generational poverty.
Thank you for your time. We have reached the end of our presentation.